everyone. Uh, since you guys are, must have attended the sessions which were happened over the last few, let's say Sundays. It was regarding more of like manual automation and overall in terms of software testing. So today we are kind of kicking off with the manual testing. I'll have a brief introduction about what are the different concepts which are we are going to see and how we are kind of going to have in detail, let's say, exercise, activity, whatever is required from the manual side, guys. So this session, it may be little bit, let's say, 60 to 65% kind of theoretical, okay? 30, 35, 35, 40% kind of little bit on the let's say writing the test cases, creating the strategy document, right? So we will have the good round of discussions around that. And at any point, I would request everyone at any point, if you guys feel, let's say I'm going little bit fast, I am, let's say you guys are not able to have the clarity on the wordings or let's say any of the terms which I am speaking, you feel free to kind of interrupt me in between. You can kind of unmute at any point of time. Don't be, let's say, you will wait at the end of the session, you will unmute and you will, let's say, come up with your doubts or queries. I would request if I'm kind of covering any topic, okay, and if you feel no, this topic I need to, let's say, reiterate, can you give me some more examples related to this? Okay. If you feel this kind of, let's say, doubts, queries, questions at any point of time while I'm explaining any concept, okay, please feel free to unmute yourself. I think everyone has the permission to kind of unmute at any point of time. And you guys can, let's say, uh, repeat, let's say, whatever concept I'm kind of covering. Okay. And those who wants to add up some more use cases, some more examples, those who have the clarity on manual flows, right? You guys can kind of comfort. You guys can kind of let me know. Like you can also add up some more examples to that. Okay. Um, Overall, guys, like it will be two-way communication. I won't say that, hey, we will be having a kind of one-way round of this thing. I always prefer two-way so that you guys can also make the session more interactive instead of, let's say, having more of a theoretical part, right? So you can kind of come up with your real-time use cases you might have used in the past, whether we can perform manual testing in this way, that way. You can come up with that approach, guys. It is more than welcome. And one more concern people will have will be with respect to the all the let's say LLMs tools which are currently available in the market. Okay, whether you guys wants to opt for the paid version or how is it like, you might be having those type of queries, questions. The answer is no as of now. You can explore a lot of, let's say, documentation with the help of open source, let's say LLM, that is ChatGPT, that is Gemini, Perplexity AI. You can use Cloudy. So these are all the names of the LLMs which are available freely in the market. Okay, so we will be kind of taking the advantage of that as well. Okay, in our, so that you are aligned with the recent, let's say, exposure, whatever is going on in terms of manual flows, guys. Okay, so I'll quickly kind of share my screen and we'll get started. So before that, Sailishri, do you want to have a quick round of introduction, if you don't mind, so that we are kind of having the clarity what kind of audience right now? we have, and if there is any let's say expectations they want to have it, obviously you can come up. So do you mind to have a quick round of introduction? I know the participant are like around 20 plus, so it may take around uh, 10 minutes, I would say. I will give at least 1.5 to 2 minutes to each. So is it fine, everyone? Can you quickly, let's say, unmute yourself and have a quick round of introduction? It would be great. Yes, so we'll go with the alphabetical order which is present in the participant list. So I would request Akhil, Akhilendeshwari, you can kind of unmute and just have a quick introduction, and you can mention what are your expectation, what are your thoughts. You can unmute and speak up.
Uh, Hi, my name is Akhilandeshwari. I'm studying masters at BTH.
Mm-hmm.
My course
Okay.
is with link up with telecommunication systems. I am here to
Okay.
know what is the course about and what we are gonna learn in future.
Mhm.
Like, so that's why I joined here.
Okay.
Oh,
Any manual testing
that's it. Thank you.
exposure you have in the past? Uh, okay, perfect. Moving on to Aparna.
Yeah, hi Vikas, hi everyone. Myself Aparna. Uh, I have been part of IT since 8 years. I've been into software testing, both manual and automation. But in terms of automation, I've been part of maintenance activities where we have the automation team, but we as a bridge verify the cucumber reports and check the nightly runs and verify if it is an automation or manual failures and report it to our automation team. So I would like to full-fledgedly learn automation so that I can shift my manual testing and maintenance career to full-time automation so that could upskill my testing and could have a better opportunity in the industries.
Good to hear that, Aparna.
Thank you.
Perfect. Moving to, I can see one more name at the top. Okay, so these names are shuffling. Just a second. Talari, I can see your name at the
Yeah.
top. Yeah, please.
Hi, hi Vikas. My name is Shravani.
Yeah.
I studied BTech. I studied BTech, passed out in the 2012. After that, I got married. I want to restart my career in software field. That's why I came here to. I want to learn the manual testing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shravani. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Glad
you,
to hear
Vikas.
that. Yeah.
Thank
Moving
you.
to Aswani Bhupati. Aswani Bhupati, you can
Yeah,
unmute.
hi Vikas. So I have been working as a ERP coordinator since 2020 onwards, and I would like
Mhm.
to move to IT now.
Okay,
That's why I joined in this course.
good to hear that. Aswani.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving to Bhaskar. Bhaskar Nagiredi, you can unmute and speak up.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Bhaskar Nagareddy, currently pursuing Masters in Software Engineering at Blekinge Institute of Technology in Sweden. Uh, I'm very much passionate about this testing. I have also worked on GUI-based applications during my university, and I'm currently looking for a full-time opportunity and also skills to enhance my automation testing that helps me land a job in the IT industry. That's it.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Bhaskar.
Yeah.
Good to hear that. Moving to Dinesh. Dinesh B, you can unmute and speak up.
Yeah, hi Vikas. Dinesh, and I started my career in 2017 HCL as a non-technical background here, and I've been working for there almost like 400 years. Then I switched my career into manual testing in 2022 in a startup as a worker. I'm still working as a manual tester, but I have a good knowledge in automation. So I want to skill up my career, so that's why I'm doing
Mhm.
skill up.
Yep. Uh, Glad to hear that, Dinesh. Uh, Moving to Jyotsna Pinelli.
Hi, my name is Jyotsna. So my background is finance. I'm working as a finance associate. Going forward, learning this testing, I would like to incorporate these skills in some financial institute, and then apply job there and pursue my career further.
Perfect. Glad to hear that, Jyotsna.
Thank you.
Moving to Kishore Gundala. You can unmute and speak up.
Hi, this is Kishore. I did my master's in computer science and really want to go with the testing side. Now I got interested in testing. This is my initial one to get a job. And I did my master's in last year, 2024, 25.
Yes.
That's it for today.
Glad to hear that. Moving to Lakshmi Surisati. You can unmute and speak up, Lakshmi, if you can hear us. Okay. Moving to Alfred. Oladimeji. Alfred.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name
Good
is Muyiwa Alfred Oladimeji.
Yeah.
I recently graduated from Lund University in wireless communication. I have a background in IT and hardware. For close to a year now, I've been contributing as a freelance tester with UTest, performing functional, exploratory, and regression testing on a wide range of products like mobile, TV, and some others like that. So I'm hoping to build on this experience. That's why I'm here. So I want to delve into automation testing.
Glad to hear that, Moya. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Moving to Pavitra.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Pavitra.
Yeah.
My background is in IT, but I didn't work in IT. So I just worked as a data analyst for internship for like 3 months. Now I'm just looking for a job. So as a fresher or career starter, it is a little difficult to get into a jobs. So I'm just having two kind of options in my list. One is like software testing, which is my previous option, and second was data analyst. So I just was looking forward to this one, software testing, because I don't have any previous knowledge about this. So I just want to learn. So I can have two options. So if I'm just open to two jobs, if I get, so I want to know about the software testing.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Glad to hear that, Pavitra. Thank you. Yeah. Raviraj, you can unmute and speak up.
Yeah, hi, because myself, I have done the graduation although I had some other domain experiences. Recently, I'm moved to the testing also. But now I just wanted to upgrade to the automation, and I heard that Playwright is going on and the Playwright trend is going on. So I just wanted to upgrade that and also to have a good knowledge on the automation. I hope this question goes well.
Yep. Good to hear that, Ravi. Thank you so much. Moving to Renuka, Renuka C, you can unmute and speak up. Renuka C, if you are speaking, you are on mute. Okay, moving to Sahiti Vanama, you can unmute and speak up.
Yeah, good afternoon, Vikas. I am Saiti Vanama, a recent graduate. I just want to know and learn about this course. What it all
Mhm.
and how it helps in my career.
Oh, sure, sure. Thanks, Priyanka.
Thank you.
I can see a name Samsung SM S911B. Uh, you can unmute and introduce yourself. Samsung SM.
Yeah, hi. Hi, this is Vidya.
Hi, Vidya.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, please.
yeah. Yes, hi. Hi, everyone. I have 10 years of experience in testing, but right now I'm looking for a new job. I just want to brush up my skills and learn more
Mhm.
about automation. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Vidya.
Mm.
Sandeep Anand, you can unmute and speak up.
Hey, hi Vikas. This is Sandeep. Uh, I'm working as a subject matter expertise and I'm looking forward to learn automation and mobile testing.
Good to hear that, Sandeep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moving to Sandhya Mohan. Sandhya Mohan. Okay. Moving to Surapraju Shashilavanya. Yeah.
Hi, this is Lavanya. Thank you for giving this opportunity because
Mm-hmm.
first, I am working in as a present school, so I want to
Mm-hmm.
change my career. So that's what I joined here, manual testing.
Okay. Good to hear that, Shashilavanya.
Please call me Lavanya. Just thank
Yeah,
you.
sure, Lavanya.
It's hard for you, long name. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, sure. Savita Kurana.
Yes. Hi, Vikas and everyone. My name is Savita Khurana and I live in Stockholm. And right means I have um, good experience in manual testing and looking forward to learn automation testing. Thanks.
Good to hear that, Savita.
Yes, thank you.
Moving to Shashikala. Shashikala, I think if you're speaking, you're on mute. Moving to Shravya Polasa. Sorry.
Hi, Vikas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I'm Shravya. I did my master's in biochemistry and passed out in 2012. Later, I got married and moved to UK.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like to start my career in software testing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I
Yeah,
joined. Yeah.
glad to hear
Thank you.
that, Shravya.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Yeah. Hi, Vikas. Can you hear me? I'm Shashikala here.
Shashikala, I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, I'm audible. Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, Vikas.
Go
Good
ahead,
afternoon,
please.
everyone. Yeah,
Good afternoon.
my name is Shashikala, and I'm a BCom graduate, and I have overall experience 8 years, but not with a technical. I'm purely from non-technical background. The main objective I have taken this course is to enhance my skills, and since I'm a computer science, having a background, so I'm also looking to get into IT sector. And I really felt, automation testing course and manual testing course is the most happening, booming industry in IT sector. That is
Mm-hmm.
the reason I came across, SITA.dev Academy conducting this course. And it is really a great opportunity for the ones just like me, who really want to get into the IT sector and learn and enhance my skills. And I'm sure this course will definitely help me to, have a good experience and, learn live projects and work on that. And looking forward to start career and get into a IT sector, Vikas. And I will do my
Absolutely.
contribution to the best and learn effectively.
Sure,
Thank you.
Shashi. Thank you so much for that. Moving to Shravanti.
Hi, Vikas. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm in IT for around 6 years now. I have been working as a data analyst and then I've switched over to being a data engineer. And in the current role, I have seen that IT, meaning within the company, we had to do some kind of sign-offs. But I don't have knowledge on testing. to do the sign-offs. So I think having this knowledge, upskilling myself would really help me out in that area. And also I'm thinking of change of location, and more knowledge, more skills I have will help me finding better opportunities in the new location. So that's the reason I have joined this training sessions and I'm looking forward to it.
Glad to hear that, Shravanti.
Thank you.
I think we have the last Sudeshna T. You can unmute and speak up.
Hello all,
Hello.
this is Sudeshna. I pursued my master's in software engineering and then worked like a Salesforce admin and web development and few other projects. After then married and got a few years of career gap. Now while going through Instagram, I saw this reel from Jagadish which inspired me. So I thought to start over the career again. So based on testing, now I got to know, however, this software testing with the Salesforce domain is also a booming one. So I want to implement this testing knowledge with Salesforce so that I can combine both and get my career.
Absolutely. Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. I believe we have covered everyone. If anybody, I think I can see Deepti. Deepti, I believe you might have joined a little late. Can you quickly have a quick round of intro? Deepti Mailadi Kelambat. If I'm pronouncing name wrong, sorry for that, guys. Okay, I think we are good to start, guys. Okay, so at any point, guys, that's what I mentioned earlier also at the start of the session, that all the sessions will be recorded. At any point, if you feel I'm, let's say, going fast or you have any kind of doubts, queries, questions, feel free to interrupt me in between. Okay. So this session will be more of a manual testing introduction to that. I might have already shared the curriculum. If not, I'll share the curriculum at the end of the session over the drive location where everyone can kind of just have a check what all concept and topics will be covered under our manual testing curriculum, guys. Okay. So I'll share my screen. I'll quickly start with the, let's say, discussion with respect to the first, let's say, overview session, which is more of like I mean, obviously everybody will be having the clarity on this, but still at high level, you just need to make sure that all this concept, this topic, you need to kind of make sure that you are clear with this. Okay. I will be kind of at the same time, we'll have the um, real-time examples as well, guys. Okay. How we are kind of considering this in our real-time project. We will talk about that. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, guys. Let me know if it is visible. I hope everyone can see my screen. Perfect. Let me just quickly. Okay, perfect. So I hope you guys can see the like very basic manual testing kind of PPT. It's more of a PDF file, guys. Okay, which will be a kind of manual testing material for you as well. Later on, I'll be kind of sharing this content. Okay. So whatever in terms of manual testing, guys, there are a lot of domains, to be honest. Right now, currently in the market, you can consider whether you are from Salesforce, you are from, let's say, banking related domain, you are from e-commerce domain, or you are from loyalty rewards, payment domain. Everywhere, the first criteria is manual testing is required, guys. It's not that it will go absolute over the period of time. Wherever you work, manual testing is mandatory, guys. Without manual testing, sign off, somebody mentioned that sign off, right? Without manual testing sign off or without acceptance criteria, no one will kind of start, or let's say start with the logic of writing the automation script. Okay. So the prerequisite in terms of when you kind of start with the automation, guys, it is mandatory that you guys should have the clarity on the functional flow. Okay, first thing is that. Second thing is the application on which you guys are doing the automation, that should be fully stable, guys. Unless and until if it is not stable application, you might have a lot of tweaks here and there. You need to coordinate with the dev team. You need to coordinate with some, let's say, DevOps team. Okay. A lot of people will be involved and it will be a waste of, I would say, waste of time. So before that, you need to kind of consider that the application is stable on the environment on which you are automating. Okay. Third thing which is required, why manual testing is required is there are various applications which require various dashboards, guys. Okay. So when I say dashboards, I mean to say that you are validating something, but you need to kind of open something else. You need to open some other third-party dashboard. You need to validate whether record came over here or not, whether all the parameter came here or not, right? Those type of validation, sometimes it is very tricky to do it via automation, because right now most of the application is having the concept of 2FA, guys. Okay. Those who are not aware about 2FA, 2FA is nothing but two-factor authentication. Okay. Whenever you navigate to any dashboard, you need to enter the authenticator OTP. That OTP is generating in real time in your mobile apps. You need to kind of enter that value correctly and then retrieve the value, guys. Okay, so those type of challenge we will face in our automation test case creation, guys. Okay, so obviously there will be some workaround for that, but yeah, why manual testing is required, that's what I'm trying to convey, guys. Why manual testing will never fade, although people will say that your this type of let's say validation can be done by anyone, something like that, but still having a good coverage, guys, with respect to automation, that will be done mostly first. I would say the first step will be done by manual processes. Okay, once the manual sign off is completed, right, then you will jump onto the automation script creation. Okay. I hope so far everyone are clear. If anybody has anything to add, you can unmute at any point and you can kind of add to those pointers, guys.
Yeah, because can you explain that 2FA authenticator? What is that? Explain that.
I'm sorry, come again, please.
You said like 2FA authenticator, right? Sorry, third-party
Yeah,
dashboard to use.
I'll give you one quick example actually, so that you can relate that. Okay. So wherein you navigate to this testing application, I hope you guys have went through that. Okay, so this is an application, guys, which is nothing but a queue. I mean to say that you can kind of log in. Okay, and it is totally meant for QA this thing, guys. Okay, QA practice purpose. Okay, so here if you notice, we have this application. Okay, we log in into this and we will be able to see the records. Okay, over here. So this record right now, you might have noticed that I have entered only username and password, guys. Okay, so two-factor authentication was not the part of this login process, correct? But when you will log in into those who have worked on payment gateway, guys, there is something called as Stripe. Okay, so in Stripe, guys, those who have opted for real-time dashboard, if you go to the dashboard of Stripe, when you click on sign in, guys, okay, it will ask the username password. Along with username password, it will ask the 6-digit OTP or two-factor authentication as well. Okay, so that particular code will be on your mobile screen. Salesforce also has this process. When you log in on the Salesforce dashboards, guys, sometime although your email address and passwords are correct, it will ask one more factor authentication so that you can log in into that. So in real time, when you kind of do the automation where the involvement is like multiple domain, you are making an order on something, the payment goes to this dashboard. the order confirmation screen will be something else, right? So all these multiple dashboard validations will be done through the manual steps. That's what I mean to say. Okay. Automation is possible. I'm not saying that automation is not possible, but wherever there will be like involvement of CAPTCHA, there will be involvement of this 2FA, there will be involvement of reading the OTP from emails, right? Over there, you need to kind of think out of the box, guys. Okay. I'm talking about doing the automation, guys, in that case. But yes, overall, whatever we have, let's say in terms of manual testing, that is possible via manually, we will be able to validate. But when it comes to automation, we need to kind of obviously write some additional script, or you need to bypass that. You need to remove the OTP for obviously automation purpose. So those type of scenario we need to consider in our automation cases, guys. Okay. Perfect. Anybody has anything to add? Okay. So why manual testing is required? What is the purpose of QA, guys? I'll give you one more quick example so everybody can relate to that. Okay, so that why we are studying this is you are clear with that approach. Okay. So the reason I'm giving you a real-time example so that you can relate my notes with the concept which I'm going to convey you guys. Okay. So I'll give the same example, guys. Okay. Stripe example itself. Okay. So you guys are clear, like if you notice this dashboard, guys, I mean, if you notice this login screen, right? Okay. You will have the clarity that this particular screen is asking me email address, password, and there are around 3 sections through which I can log in, guys. Okay. And we have one hyperlink for forget your password. Okay. I hope everybody, the reason I'm talking in this, like, so that everybody, even a non-technical person, should be having the clarity what all things happens in manual flow, guys, manual testing basically. Okay. So when you get this particular screen, right, for validation, so you will be kind of creating some high level documentation, what all parameter you validate, because you need to have the clarity, right? What is this email field, right? So how you will validate this email field, how you will validate this password field, how we'll click on sign in. Okay, so all these things needs to be part of your documentation. Okay, what we call that documentation, why we prepare that documentation, we will discuss that later. Okay, but I'm just showcasing you whenever manual QA comes into picture, when he is getting assigned that, hey, you can start with your testing. So the first screen which the QA guys see is this one. Okay, by looking at this screen, he will randomly enter some value, click on sign in, he will validate the error message, he will try to kind of do ad hoc. This testing is called as ad hoc testing, exploratory testing, where you are trying something and you are understanding the application, right? So exploratory testing is like making you understand that what application is talking about. Okay, now I got the error saying that invalid email address, correct? So this error is correct, so I need to kind of put @ in my email so that it become valid. Okay, so this time my email address is correct, but it is now updated my error message saying that incorrect email or password. Okay, so this type of scenario, guys, you need to discover as a manual QA. You need to discover such type of scenario. Okay, am I making sense, everyone? Understood this part, guys? Anybody has any doubt, query, please unmute and speak up, guys.
All good, Vikas.
Perfect. We have go ahead, please. Anyone wants to add anything? Okay, so we have the password criteria also, guys. Okay, when I say password criteria, you might have seen on the various websites that password should be 8-digit. It should include uppercase, lowercase. You need to have 6 alphanumerics, those type of criteria, right? So all this will be part of your documentation. Okay, all this will be, you can kind of make sure that everything is documented, so that somebody at the end, somebody mentioned that what all things you have validated. So from that doc, you can kind of confirm that this scenario I have validated. It may happen that the coverage will be 85 to 90% only. You might have not covered some of the edge cases, guys. Okay. So that particular process, guys, is nothing but the manual testing, guys. I hope, like, manual testing is nothing but I give you something, you start exploring the application, you understand the application, you start noting down your thought process in some, let's say, random, you can say notepad file or Word doc file. Later on, we will improvise that doc, don't worry, guys. But still, to begin with, you will start exploring the application. Okay. So here, this particular URL, you will try to validate in mobile, you will try to validate in Firefox, you will try to validate in Opera. So all this together will, let's say, contribute towards the executions of manual QA, guys. I mean, manually you are trying to kind of execute the test case. Okay, perfect, clear. So that's the whole, let's say, I would say what manual QA does, guys. Okay, I'm not talking about this as a, let's say, Stripes comes in payment domain, guys. The same thing happens in e-commerce domain. The same thing happen in BFSI domain. Same thing happens in Salesforce domain, CRM domain, right? So even if I open this, those who have heard about Zoho CRM, right? It's a popular CRM in India, actually. So this website is also kind of more like Salesforce, guys. Okay. So here also, if you are validating this sign-in page, right, you need to consider a lot of tweaks here and there. You need to consider, because you can see that social media login is there. So based on that, guys, you will create your document and you will start with your testing process, guys. Okay. So you need to think out of the box, to be honest, guys, because there are a lot of, you can say, tweaks here and there. You can take the help of ChatGPT. You can take the help of any, let's say, third-party source. Create your doc and start with your manual process, guys. Okay. Now, I hope everybody are comfortable in terms of the practical examples which I have given. If anybody wants to add anything, you can unmute and speak up, guys. Okay. Moving on to the manual testing content. As you know, I told you already that it will be more of a theoretical this thing, guys. Okay. But still, this definitions, these terminologies are important if you want to kind of have the manual knowledge, like manual testing knowledge from scratch. Okay. So here, if you notice, guys, we have something called as software. Okay. The things which I was showing you just now is nothing but it is coming under web application software. Okay. So Stripe was one example. Zoho was another example. I can give example, guys, to be honest. Okay. But whatever application under test is available in your bucket for QA, right? That is called as a software. Okay. Now software can be, let's say, programming, application, and system software. Now, you might have heard, right? People are doing like OS testing also, guys. Right? Before OS comes into market, like Windows 11 is, let's say, going on. Before that, Windows 11 was tested by someone, right? So that is something which is coming under system software, guys. Obviously, there will be a QA team who will be, let's say, validating whether all the feature, whatever were available for Windows 10, Windows 9, those are working, because Windows 9, Windows 10 users should not face any challenge, right? So that type of validation is also available. That type of QA person will also required, guys. Okay. Next is programming software and application software. Okay. The Stripe and Zoho will come under application software. Okay. Because I am talking about the web apps over here. Okay, when it comes to programming software, guys, programming softwares are nothing but the editor which we are going to use. Okay, and the mostly this editor or this particular, let's say, programming software are being used by the developer, guys. Okay, you might have seen people like developer using, let's say, Eclipse, NetBeans, various editor, to be honest, VS Code, let's say Cloudy, Cursor AI. So all these are editor which are available in the market. Okay. So those people who are using that on daily basis, running the code, getting error, fixing it, running code, fixing it, running code, fixing it, right? So those are nothing but the programming software. What's the purpose of software, guys? Obviously, the purpose of software is to make your life easy. Okay. Now, what's the purpose of WhatsApp, guys? WhatsApp will make your life easy by obviously sending the message. Okay. What's the purpose of MakeMyTrip in India? It will make our life easy for booking a flight ticket. Okay. So what's the purpose of, let's say, Salesforce? It's making the life easy for like managing the complete CRM process. There are various applications under Salesforce, guys. Okay. It's a huge application, to be honest. Okay. So every software has got some purpose. Okay. Right now we are using Zoom. Okay. What's the purpose of Zoom? So that obviously whatever I'm speaking, you're able to hear me clearly. I'm able to share my screen. I'm able to, let's say, make some annotation if I want, make some notes if I want, right? So all this is nothing but a part of software, guys. So before this version of Zoom came into market, right? It was validated by someone, right? It was tested. So all these options, whatever you can see, right? This is tested, guys. This is fully tested. So that's the reason we are able to use in our this particular session, guys. Okay. So all these are nothing but, guys, every software, whenever it comes to the market, obviously somebody has already validated that. Okay. And we are kind of using it. And the advantage of using it is making our life easy. That's it. So we are able to perform the task. Okay. So that's the whole purpose of software, guys. With the help of software, you are making sure that whatever things you want to do it in, let's say 4 hours, 5 hours, you might be able to do within 1 hour. Okay, that's the whole purpose of software. Now, the same software will require what, guys? The same software will require testing. Okay. So when the same software will require testing, the QA will come into picture. Okay. So somebody will say QC, quality control. Somebody will say quality, let's say QA, that is quality assurance. Some will have the positions as software testing. Absolutely fine, guys. All three, all four, whatever naming you give, guys, the purpose is same, guys. Okay. Now, when you go to food industry, right? I mean, you have the clarity, right, on every packet, right? When you purchase anything from the supermarket, correct? You see that it is validated by ISI. There are various, you can say, pillar which are in the food industry also, right? If those tests are passed, then only you are allowed to kind of keep your this particular product in the supermarket, right? If those tests are not passed, you are not supposed to have it in supermarket. But that is obviously different, guys. Okay. Although they are also doing the quality check, guys, right? But that is into different domain. But as a QA, whenever we get any application for validation, guys, we need to kind of make sure that we are identifying the defect. We are kind of making sure that this particular defect or bug is resolved. And then the things are migrating to the next environment. Unless and until it is not done, we are not supposed to give the sign off. Okay. Lot of challenge will come, guys, in this process, that this is the defect only in Chrome browser, this is not in Safari browser, this was the original requirement, the requirement got changed. Those type of debate will happen. Obviously you need to deal with that, and that's how you will understand the clarity, right? How the quality tester, let's say the software tester thinks, how the developer will think, guys. Okay. The coordination should be smooth enough between QA and the dev people, guys. Obviously with all the members, but this coordination is very important, guys. That coordination between quality tester, that is software tester, and the developer, guys. Okay. So the objective is of the testing, guys, is to release quality product to the client. Okay. So guys, in like most of you might be from Sweden. So you guys are using any application for booking movie ticket in Sweden? Can you name any one of them? Anything is fine, guys. Not a problem. For booking movie ticket, which website you guys are using? You can unmute and speak up, guys.
Something like Nordisk Biofilm.
I'm sorry, let me check.
Yeah.
I can see one name, Filmsteden.
Instead.
Yeah. Let me check this website. Is this the one? Okay. So it is listing all the city, I would say. Okay. And this language has been obviously changed to Swedish, right? So those who are living in Sweden, correct? And those who have the understanding on this website, right? They are pretty much comfortable in understanding and selecting the respective city and kind of selecting the movie and book the this thing, right? The experience might be smooth. You might love the UI. You might love the way it is kind of categorizing the movie. You can see that here we have the categorization of children and family. Here you can see the upcoming movie, right? So the reason you guys are, let's say you are having better, you can say the percentage on this website will be more is due to some reason, guys. Oh, right? So those reason is defined by end user. Who are the end user? We are the end user. So what all pointers are kind of discussed, like what all pointers will come into picture, like the the UI is good, the menu options are more categorized, the sign up option is more smooth, the login options are more smooth, the search section is very smooth, right? So all these parameter, guys, will make your application, obviously, you can say more frequently used, right? Getting my point? So same thing, guys, in India, there is a website, okay, obviously, all of you might have heard about it, that is BookMyShow. Okay, why I am giving you this example, guys, so that you can understand why we are selecting actual that website only where we are doing frequent booking, right? The reason is simple, because you love the look and feel, you love the UI, you know the where the menu option will be, everything will be kind of part of your let's say that particular journey, right? So same way, guys, in hotel booking also, if you see the images which is put up by Airbnb, okay, I mean those who are traveling a lot, they might have seen the images which are posted on Airbnb, guys, and the images which are put on other websites such as booking.com or Agoda or some other website, you will see that the images which are put on this particular website are way better than the other website, guys. Agree? So the reason the application will be more usable, because but obvious, the application is fully tested, the application is fully, let's say, all the pointers has been validated smoothly, then only the traffic on that particular website will be more, guys. Okay, so whatever project or whatever let's say software you guys are getting, unless and until if there is no USP of that application, people will not use it, guys. Okay, so who are the responsible person to make sure that all the bugs are identified, you can improve the look and feel, you can improve the UX behavior, like user experience behavior. So all this pointer will make sure that your application is kind of quite popular right now. Okay, perfect. So software testing is a part of SDLC. Like we will talk about SDLC, that is software development process, and it ensures that it is an activity to detect and identify the defect. Okay, so there will be like bugs, issues, failure. We will understand that, and the objective of the testing is to have a quality product at the end, which we are kind of sending or let's say giving to the client. Okay. Next is software quality. So quality, guys, don't get because this is very little like small discussion on the theoretical part. I believe in more of a practical oriented. Although I know that I am just showing you the PDF file, don't go with this PDF. But still, this is just a kind of brush up logic. Okay, I'm totally focusing more on the real time experience, like what actually we do as a software QA. Okay. So here software quality is nothing but you are making sure that whatever requirement is kind of created, that requirement is mapped with the customer's end product. Okay. I'm giving you a requirement. Hey, I need the calendar icon here. Okay. You cannot say that, no, I will have the calendar icon here. No, you cannot say that. Why? Because client has specifically said that, hey, I need the calendar icon here. Why you are having it over here? Okay. I need the calendar filter over here. I need the price filter over here, right? So if the end client is saying that I need this properties, right? Then you cannot kind of say that, no, it will look better. You can suggest it, not a problem. But obviously there will be some mockups, there will be some blueprint which client has already kind of created. And based on that only client might have suggested, right? If you open any website, let's say I'll give you an example. When you open, let's say MakeMyTrip, right? You know that MakeMyTrip has got, let's say, huge this thing. Okay. So if you notice, we have got a very huge this thing, like you can see that we have flight, hotels, villas, booking, right? You can see this. So the reason they are having a lot of option under this small space is nothing but you are systematically understanding. You can understand the font which is being used. You can understand the uh, so if you notice carefully, guys, this section is little bit white color. The below section is little bit, I would say, gray out. This section is little bit white color, and this section is little bit white color. Getting my point? So there is a reason behind this, guys. So that whoever comes first, they can understand that I need to select this menu option. Getting? After that, if you are traveling for work or something, you need to kind of provide the GST number of the organization or something. Like from India, I'm talking. Okay. If you want to search for something, you can take the assistance of AI or something which is present over here. Okay. So that's whole the purpose why we are kind of making sure that this website will keep on improving with the real-time exposure, guys. Okay. So same thing, if you go to Skyscanner website, guys, you can see that the look and feel is good. It is having only three purpose, that is flight, hotel, and car. That's it. Okay. So we are able to understand that it is only having three sections. So you need to kind of tweak here and there. Accordingly, banner will change, the look and feel will change, and accordingly we can kind of understand this particular application, guys. Okay. So every website, whenever we are kind of dealing with, okay, you need to make sure that the quality is as per the customer requirement. If Skyscanner website is saying that I need login button here and you put it over here, that will not make any sense, right? Most of the application, almost like 80 to 90% of the application will have login button here only, guys. Okay. You need to have help actions, wish list, all these options are already predefined. The only thing is what color combination you can select, what button font you can select, how placing you can select, all that matters. And based on that, your quality is bug free, delivered on time, within budget, meet the requirement and expectation, and it is easy to maintain, guys. Okay. Next is product versus project, guys. Okay. Product is nothing but a single product which is being used by almost like all the people over the like right now we are using one application, like we are using an application called as Zoom, guys. Okay. So Zoom is coming under which categorization? It is coming under product based organization. Okay. To be honest. Now, what is project? Project is something when you go to a banking application, you see that they are checking your balance, they are checking your, let's say, check status, they are checking your minimum balance, whether KYC is done or not. So that is an application which is called as Finacle. In India, we call it like there is an application called as Finacle, which is maintained by Oracle organization. So that is called as project, guys. Okay. So project is something which is used by a lot of other organization at the same time. Okay. So if I am creating something for any of the organization, it is used within that organization by many other, you can say different unit, business unit. Okay. So that is something called as project. So if the software application is developed for specific customer base, then it is called project. If it is based because Zoom is being used by multiple customer. Okay. Those who are having interest in stock market, you might have heard about Upstock. You might have heard about Share Khan. You might have heard about Angel One. So all these are the application which is used in India. Zeroda. So all these are the application, guys, which is basically used by multiple customers. So those particular organization is called as product-based organization. Okay. So I hope everyone are clear with what is project, what is product. Okay. Next is why do we need testing? The purpose is simple. You are all clear now. You need to make sure that the software or whatever application we are testing, it is bug free. It is meeting the system need. It is meeting the end user expectation. And one more very important point, guys. If you identify the issue at the later stage of the cycle, the cost for fixing that particular issue will be way high compared to identifying the issue at the very beginning. Okay, I'll repeat what I said. If you have identified the issue later, when I say later in the production, correct? The cost for fixing that defect in production will be relatively higher side, on the higher side, compared to if you find the issue in the lower environment, guys. Okay. So please consider this as a very important point. You need to start testing very beginning. You need to catch the defect as much as possible on the lower environment only. You should not go with any open defect to the higher environment. Please make a note of it, guys. This is very important because if you consider there are 2 production defect, then completely 3 to 4 days will be wasted of all the team member, because production defect you need to reproduce on the lower environment, fix it on lower environment, understand the root cause, give it to the client, why this happened, and then you need to follow the complete procedure, guys. Okay. So that's the reason fixing defect on the lower is way cheaper compared to you are fixing the issues on production. Okay. We have a very this is a debatable topic, because most of you, because to be honest, I would say that for me everything is defect actually, whether it is error, bugs or failure, I would consider that as a, I will raise the defect, to be honest. But on a theoretical side, all 3 terms are little bit they have different meaning, guys. Okay, because we are talking on the theory side, that's the reason. But if you talk me on the practical this thing, guys, for all these 3 case, I will raise the defect straight away. Okay, I will maintain all the steps and detail. But yeah, error is nothing but if you are following any incorrect human action, like I said, you click X button, but you are clicking Y button, then that's an error, guys. Okay. Already I'm saying that, hey, you need to click on X button, why you are clicking on Y, right? So any incorrect human action, right? If it is producing a problem in the system, it is called an error. Okay. Next is defect or bug. Defect and bug, very simple. You want to go to some location and you are going to some other location. So there is a deviation, guys. Okay. If I'm clicking on login, okay, over here, if I'm clicking on login, if login is opening, well and good. If I'm clicking on login and let's say search result is opening, right? So that is called as defect, guys. Okay. That is called as bug. Next is failure. Whatever deviation we have identified by the end user within the system, okay, that is called as a failure. So this is like more of a theoretical topic, guys, where you should have the clarity between error, defect, and failure, because this is being used, this is being asked in most of the MCQs questions, like those who have given any ISTQB certification or any agile related certification, they might have this type of questions in their this thing, MCQs, guys. Okay, multiple choice questions. Okay. The last point, why the software has bugs normally. As I told at the beginning, the coordination between the developer and QA is very important. The coordination between the client and the team who is understanding the requirement, that is also very important. Unless and until the coordination is not good, guys, you will keep on raising defect because you will need to have the requirement clarity at each and every point of time. Okay, that is mandatory. Okay, you cannot say that I understood. No, if you have understood, then you should not come up again with your queries question. You can come, but at up to some extent, right? If you I'm giving a requirement, you can ask n number of question at the at the start. I know that some questions will be coming later while implementing it, but you can obviously think around it. That's the whole purpose of you can say having a better communication between across all the team member. Okay, so miscommunication is one thing, or there are several cases where there is no communication. Developers start building the application and they assign to you, like they assign to QA, and then come to know that this was the requirement, right? So that is a whole wrong process, guys. You need to involve QA from the beginning of the cycle so that even QA are aware that this requirement will be coming in future for testing. So the QA should not have any surprises. Okay. QA should not have any surprises. Very, very important. Next is software complexity, guys. You know that if you are not having expertise into, let's say, have you worked on this thing? I'm not sure. If you are working on an stock market domain, right, in India, in stock market domain, you need to have the clarity on all the small terms, guys. Okay. I don't have any, let's say, good exposure on that, to be honest. But there are various terms which you need to make sure you have the clear understanding. Okay, whether what are gap ups, what are let's say call, put, all these are something technical term. Obviously, every stock has got some, you can say, bearish, bullish, all those terms are kind of present in the stock market. So if the software has some complexity, we will be kind of facing difficulty in raising the defect. Next is programming error. It is done by dev people, guys. And the second last point is requirement change, right? If you have built something and later after 1 week or something, like client is coming with new requirement because he has seen that type of screen somewhere else. Getting my point? So he might change the requirement, guys. And the last point, very important, lack of skill tester. As a QA, you need to broaden your mind. I mean, the coverage should be good, guys, to be honest. Okay, coverage should be very good so that if I say that this is validated, it means validated. Okay, it should be very minimal chance that this particular module will have any defect, open defect. Okay, then only you should give a sign off, guys. Okay, otherwise, unless and until you are not if you are having 1% also like doubt or something, you should not give a sign off. Okay, you need to kind of trigger it. You need to say that this is the known behavior, this is something open issue, this is something we have not validated. Please call out, guys. Unless and until you don't, like, if you will not call out, then they will like every like all the blame, like all the this thing will be on you. Why you have given the sign off? Getting my point? So please remember, all these pointers are very important. The complete team will pressurize that, hey, please give the sign off, please give the, but still, if you are not confident, please drop an email, drop a note to the team saying that this particular module is not validated. After that also, if you are doing the deployment on production, obviously this issue may come. That's the final statement. That is called as conditional sign off, guys, basically. So you can provide some details about what all things has not been validated, or else you need to obviously get some time to validate it on lower environment and then give the sign off, guys. Okay. Perfect. So just to have a quick recap, we have discussed about software testing, software quality, what is difference between product versus project, why do we need testing, error, bugs, and failure, and why the software has bug normally. Okay. I'll take a pause. I will be kind of, you guys can ask the query. I think there are couple of queries. I think Jyotsna, you can unmute and speak up.
Hi, can you just repeat on conditional sign off? What if testing team is testing and if it takes more time or if a particular um, scenario is not getting tested, so we'll have a team or someone to work with us or before
No,
going to the development?
conditional sign off means that you are giving a sign off based on, I mean, there are two things. Either you can kind of buy some time for validation. Okay, if you have not, let's say, validated some of the module. Okay. Otherwise, if they are pressurizing that, hey, today only we need to release it, right? There are obviously a lot of cases where they kind of clearly mention that we cannot go tomorrow. Then you can drop an email or drop a note in the Teams channel, wherever you guys are kind of having it. Mention that this is not validated. You can bold it or you can have that. And so from your side, it is documented. So tomorrow, if something happens, they should not kind of saying that, but so that you can mention, you can provide the evidence that I already mentioned this in my release notes, right? We call it as release note. So going forward, you will follow those release note so that what all has been validated, what all has not been validated, so that based on that, the management can take the decision basically.
Okay, so documentation is very important.
Documentation obviously very, very important for each and every release, whether it is a front-end release, whether it is a back-end release, whether it is a merge release like front-end and back-end both. You need to kind of specify all the known, unknown pointers in your doc. Tomorrow, somebody should not come to you and say that, hey, have you validated this? You can refer the doc. Straight away, you can send the link of doc and mention, say that everything is mentioned in this document. Please go through this. Okay.
Thank you.
Shashikala, I'm sorry, Dinesh, just a second. I think Shashikala has raised the hand. Please come up with your doubt.
Yes, because when you were explaining regarding the, like, yeah. So before before we sign off, we need to document everything and we need to check, validate from the tester perspective. What if in case after signing off and we are giving it away, and then if the end user comes up with the new ideas, say I can relate with an example. Say I'm working on some application now. It's a new application that is given to me, and I am working along with me. My team is also working, and the team comes up with me and they say you guys can submit new ideas if you come across any new feature that needs to be added to the application. I mean, this is a live scenario I'm telling. So
Yes.
does this happens in whatever that we are learning now in manual testing perspective?
Yes. Uh, like all the real time, whatever experience you guys are sharing, that obviously happens whether it is automation scope or whether it is manual testing scope. Okay. Uh, because the only thing is kind of getting changes, guys, the domain part. Otherwise, the like lot of things to be validated, regression suit to be validated, smoke sanity, all this will be part of your end-to-end release cycle. Okay. There may be several cases where you have done one round of testing and at the end somebody will come and say that I forgot to update the environment variable, like those type of queries. So again, a complete round of validation is required, guys. Okay. I know that complete round of regression may take 3 hours, 6 hours, depending on how many test cases we have. But still, we need to do that because that's the evidence we need to provide before each and every release.
Okay, Vikas, thank you for giving me insight on that.
Yeah, I can see somebody has shared the screen. Dinesh, I think it's you. I think you were supposed to ask some
So
query.
I didn't share it. You can see my screen.
I think you have opened something which is notes or doubt. I think so. I think so. I'm not sure.
Vikas, shall I stop recording the session?
No, before that, I need to just answer few more queries. Dinesh, you were having some queries?
Yeah, I have query. As you said, right? If there is a bug in the production after the release and the customer face any issue, right? You said it
Mm-hmm.
causes an expensive. Like, can you give me an example, like what type of expense it costs
Yeah.
more? You said
So
that.
the reason I'm saying is if you have identified the issue at the beginning, correct, it would have resolved. First point is
Mm-hmm.
that if you have identified the issue on stage and like lower environment, correct? So the cost of fixing that issue, like developer will know that where to change and what to change, and you might have done a round of regression also, correct? That's the whole point. First point. Second point is that if you're saying that I have found the issues on production, correct? Now you will need to reproduce that issue on lower environment, first of all, correct? So once you have identified that, hey, this issue was missed by us as a QA person, then there will be something like why you have missed those type of conversation, correct? Then you need to kind of write a detailed, let's say, documentation why you have missed that, and obviously you need to raise the defect actually. Okay. Then that developer will again kind of create a local environment where he will be able to reproduce, he will investigate, he will fix it, he will send it on which environment? He will send it on, let's say, the next coming environment, which is QA most of the time. QA will do one round of complete regression. Once QA is sign off, he'll move to next environment, that is stage. He will do one round of testing over there. So this process, what I told just now, will take almost minimum 2 days, actually 1 to 2 days. Okay. So in this process, the three members, that is one developer, one QA, and one, let's say, any manual QA is kind of completely involved, right? So almost like the expense which is kind of coming when the bug is found on production is relatively on the higher side. I'm not saying it is always higher, is always higher for sure. But sometimes if you have 4 or 5 issues you have missed out, then obviously it will be totally high on the high side, guys. But still, I would suggest, I would request to identify the issue, all the issues on the lower environment before moving to production. That is for sure.
So it may cost for extra sprint also, right?
Yeah, it may go to next sprint also, right? I mean, it may extend your this thing, right? You were supposed to deliver this in this particular sprint. You are delivering that particular story in next sprint. Obviously, the costing for client has increased.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes. So guys, I might be using some words such as environment, such as sprint. I know some of you might be not aware. So don't worry on those terms. We will be talking in detail about those in the coming sessions. Okay. So don't get confused. What is deployment? What is, let's say, sprint planning? All those things we will discuss in detail, guys. Okay. So don't get confused if some of you might not understand the terms which I am using right now. In the coming session, you will have the clarity on that as well. Okay, anybody else has anything to add? Everyone are clear. I think Sandeep Anand, you raise your hand. And
Yeah,
yep,
because I just have few admin questions not related to technical part. I'm not sure if it's the right time.
no worries. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I would like to know like the duration of this course.
Okay, so duration. I will say it will be, I think, 2 + 2. I think 2 for manual. I won't say 2 will be for manual. It may complete a little early, but yes, automation will take time for sure. Okay,
Right.
automation, I'm 100% sure. It will take time. It may go up to 2.5 to 3 months as well, but overall, the combined this thing will be more or less similar to like over to 4 months, okay, which will include both manual as well as this thing, automation.
Okay. And the timing will be like how exactly it is like
As of now,
1 hour?
we have decided only for 5 p.m. IST, okay. Uh, right now we are kind of going with one time needs to suit obviously all the time zones. So that's the reason I think Jagdish from SITA has selected 5 to 6, 6:15, something like that. IST, okay. 5 p.m. IST.
Okay, so it's 1.5 hour daily.
1 to 1.5. I'm not saying exactly 1.5. We can keep around 10, 15 minutes for queries, questions at the end. That's it.
Right. And it will be on weekend also, or it's only weekdays?
Monday to Friday.
Okay. And in automation, we will be covering a specific automation or as
Playwright with
like a specific tool?
Playwright with JavaScript. Playwright,
JavaScript.
yes. Playwright with JavaScript.
Playwright, is it a tool?
Yes, it's an automation tool, which is kind of you might have heard Selenium, you might have
Yes.
heard Cypress.
Right.
Similar to that, Playwright is a tool which is managed and maintained by Microsoft. It is kind of relatively popular in 2025. I mean, over a period of 1.5 year, it has got very huge popularity.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
this will
it.
be the language you mentioned, JavaScript.
JS, correct. Which is managed by NPM, that is Node Package Module. Node.js, basically.
Right.
Yes.
Right, Vikas.
Perfect. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sandeep.
Thank
I
you,
can
Vikas.
see one more query. I believe it was Shravanti.
Yes, Vikas. So I think you will be teaching JavaScript on Playwright. And for this automation testing, all of these tools, how do we access those tools? Because are they accessible for free or how does
Yeah,
that work?
that's the reason I opted for Playwright with JS. All the tools right now in QA industry are open source, guys. Unless and until you go for Catalan, go for SpecFlow, those type of tool, those are paid one. Okay. But the tool which I'm talking right now, that is Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, right? Those are open source and can be used by anyone. There is no limitation. There are several, like some feature which may ask for pricing, but those are not required, okay, from QA standpoint as of now. Later on, if required, I'll let you know. That is only in Cypress, not in Playwright, okay? Playwright is completely open source. All the
Okay.
features are explored. You can play around, you can tweaks here and there, whatever you can do with Playwright.
Okay. Yeah. For
Perfect.
projects, Vikas, do you think the data, I think you will be providing the data, but how how the
You
usage
will,
of these tools will differ?
yeah. Once I'll come to the installation part, you will have a little bit more clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So once I come to that point, right? All your
Mm-hmm.
queries, questions will be resolved with respect to how we are managing the test data, how we are managing the Excel, CSV, JSON, whatever test data we are using in our QA practice, right? How Playwright is supporting, what all things we need to understand. So we'll talk about that in detail.
Okay. Thank
Don't
you so
worry.
much. Yep.
Thank you, Shravanti. Thank you so much. I can see one more hand. I think Sudeshna.
Hi, Vikas. Yesterday in the meeting, you mentioned something like cursor.
Cursor.
So, yeah, so it's like it will be used with Playwright or it is other software.
See, we have multiple choice actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those who are having good hands-on on Visual Studio Code, they will use VS Code. Those who are having good hands-on on Cursor, they can use Cursor. Every editor right now in industry has got the AI capability. Okay, so we can use any of them.
So
So
through
that,
using
yeah.
Cursor, we will implement Playwright or how it goes?
Yes. My first choice will be VS Code actually, to be honest. Okay.
Okay.
Cursor, I will explain you what you can do because Cursor has got some pricing also. Like if you want to
Okay, it's not
enroll
free.
from, yeah, it's not that completely free. Some features are free, some feature will be having some pricing. That's the reason
Okay.
VS Code is completely free. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And one more question. Yesterday you were mentioning like LLM and RAG. So through using Playwright and in this course, do you cover testing AI projects also? Like, do you cover this testing latest trends?
We will create agents which will be helping us to write the automation scenarios, which will be helping us to kind of have the analysis on the RAGs part. So that will be part of specific to Playwright. It will not be like, let's say, how Gen AI or let's say it is being used in software testing. It will be more towards Playwright actually tool because as I told yesterday, I think I mentioned about Playwright MCP server, which is managed and maintained by again Microsoft only. So we will be taking the help of that for
Okay.
generating or let's say creating the agents.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to know, generative AI testing is similar to automation or something like how it
See,
will be?
Gen AI testing, more or less, you need to have the clarity on all the LLMs. You need to have the clarity on prompt engineering. You need to have the clarity on the linking between agents. So overall, it will be more or less similar, but still I'll have around 1 or 2 sessions on that as well. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you, Sudeshna. Uh, Perfect. I think we are good. Anybody has anything to add? Anyone?